Well, good morning guys. It is Sunday the 29th of April, 6 AM. I've come somewhere slightly different, as you can possibly see behind me. We're on the canal again. We're primarily after Zander again. However, I've come to the Grand Union. This is not too far from my house in Stratford, and just fancied a change of venue as I haven't been doing too well last couple of trips since we had that Zander in the last video. Thought a change was in order, so I've come over here. I've got a few hours this morning, not too long, which is why I got up at stupid o'clock this morning and drove over here. Been here probably half an hour, I'd say, something like that. Now, I've never been here before, never been to this stretch before. So basically just grabbed my gear out of the car in the half light and had a walk down. Now I was actually heading, if you can probably see in the distance over there, just there, there's some lovely cover and blossom on those trees there, which immediately jumped out to me as I walked along here. I picked this stretch basically off Google Maps, to be honest with you. But as I was walking down there, 3 or 4 times fish have topped out in front of me here, just around here. Fairly nondescript sort of place really, but you know, I'm not going to ignore the signs of fish. There's fish here. Something's just topped again over there. Now it's probably roach or rudd or something like that, I'm not sure, but you know, if I'm Zander fishing where the prey fish are, the Zander will probably not be too far behind. So I'm hoping it's not going to rain as well. They forecast heavy cloud, possibility of rain, but hopefully it won't rain. So what I'm going to do anyway is stick it out here for maybe another 20 minutes, something like that, just see what happens. As you can see behind me, I've got the rods out. I've got 2 Zander rods out, one on smelt and one on roach. The middle rod is one of my light ledger rods, and all I've done is put a couple of small handfuls of ground bait in. About 2/3 of the way across. There's a little bit of cover over there, dropped in there, and put method feeder on at the moment, and just swung out a couple of maggots on the method feeder just to see if anything's going to happen, to be honest, with these fish, smaller fish about, silverfish and stuff. So I think, as I say, I'm going to give it maybe 15-20 minutes more here. Nothing happens. We'll have a move up to where all that cover is up there. It looks really nice. So guys, as you can see, we've moved. I'm really umming and ahhing as to what to do, whether to move or not, because there's still quite a lot of fish activity on at that last stretch we were at. But I hadn't had any bites, and so I thought, you know, at the end of the day, the rod's been in the water like 45 minutes or something. So although there was fish there, I'm sure they were roach and maybe some bream and stuff. I thought I'd have a move up here. Perhaps give it an hour here, and if nothing happens here, I'll go back, fish there again. I'll put a little bit of ground bait in, just where I had the method feeder just before I left. So you know, we'll give that an hour, and maybe some fish will move onto it, and perhaps I could then fish maybe 2 light ledger rods and just 1 Zander rod, because I bought the 2 Zander rods and 2 light ledger rods. Just give me some options as well. Could have perhaps bought a float rod too, but like to keep moving, and don't want to bring the kitchen sink with me really. But as I say, we'll give it an hour here. It's a nice stretch, as you can see. If I get out the way there, there's these bushes that are in blossom are hanging quite far over the water. There's another one up that way, which is where I've got the other rod. Just near this cover. So what I've done as well, you can probably see I've split the rods. I've got one out that way fishing in that bush, and then one's over here, the one with the maggot feeder on, sort of in this area. and the other one's under that bush over there. So spreading things around a little bit, and we'll have a couple of 3 casts here with the Zander rods just in different places, and see what happens. Well guys, I was just walking up to this other spot because nothing happened down there, and as I walked through sort of where this bit of tree cover, there's not really any leaves on it yet, there's got to be splashes in here. Now when I was fishing that spot, the first spot earlier, there was a few splashes in here as well. It's just a bit of a straight, as you can see behind me, nondescript sort of section, but there's definitely some fish in here. So I thought we'll give it perhaps half an hour in here as I'm walking back up this way, and also while I'm here I can keep an eye on the spot where I put some bait in earlier. It's only maybe, I don't know, 40 metres up that way, something like that. I can keep an eye up there, see if there's anything showing over the top of that bait, which there isn't at the moment. So that's what's happening really. Very small ducklings over there at the moment. So yeah, I've just got my 2 Zander rods out. Haven't got the other rod out. I don't think I should bother here. Just give it perhaps half an hour with the 2 Zander rods, and see if perhaps the splashing was Zander chasing small fish. So guys, while things are a little bit quiet, I'll just update on what's been happening since you saw me last catch that Zander. That was actually just seen a fish roll out over where that ground bait is. That's good news. Caught that Zander on a Friday evening, wasn't it? So the next time I went fishing after that was the following Monday evening. Still reasonably warm weather, there's a bit of a wind. Zander fished, didn't have anything, only fished until it just started to get dark, that's all. Didn't have anything, not a touch. And then I came out again last Friday. Decided to come out a bit later on. Didn't get to the canal till 7. This is the Stratford South again. Got there at 7 o'clock. I fished until 10, so I gave it a good hour of dark. Didn't have a touch again either. Now, part of the reason that's prompted me for a little bit of a move is firstly because, doing a lot of blanking there. But secondly, when I went on the Monday evening, just as it was getting dark, it's about 8:30, I was fishing a nice little bend, house not too far away on the other side of the canal, and I'm sat there and I hear this rustling in the bushes on the other side, cracking like proper, like a decent sized creature was in there. I thought, I wonder what that is. It's a bit weird, perhaps it's a deer or something. And I heard a plop, and then about 10 metres further down the bank I hear another plop, and the cover comes probably about 6 foot across the canal in that section, and huge 2 bow waves were coming out, both heading the same way. An otter, isn't it? Or 2 otters, should I say. So I know the otters are up there as well, which we knew as well, because that Zander I caught had sort of claw marks in it, didn't it? I mean, they are everywhere, as we know, but definitely there. And again on Friday night, had one splashing about up the canal from me. So that again, that's another reason. Well, that was, they're everywhere these days, aren't they? It's another reason that's prompted me to come up here and have a go. Very bizarrely, we've got something on. Oh dear, how bizarre. How weird. Well guys, when I was talking to you just, and I said I've just seen that fish move above that ground bit up there, I thought what I'd do is perhaps just stay here obviously, but just take a bait maggot feeder and some maggots and just drop it on the spot. So I can fish it from here. As I say, it's only about 40 metres up the canal. By the time I'd walk back, I had a bite. And if I'm not very much mistaken, that is a hybrid. It looks very much like a roach bream hybrid to me. It's got the anal fin of a bream, definitely, but it's not deep enough bodied, is it, to be a bream? Never caught a hybrid before. It's a first for me. That's brilliant. So I think I definitely need to get up there and fish on that ground bait and see if we can't have a few more, some bream, skimmers, roach out. Fantastic. It's just about 8 o'clock now, so we've got perhaps an hour and a half left, so we can have a few of these out. Brilliant. Let's get up there. Well guys, I'm just watching the tip of the Zander rod and I think there's a bit of interest there. We're getting a few knocks. The alarm's not going, but the line's at sort of right angle to the rod, so I'm watching the tip really. You might be getting a bite. Yeah, there's definitely something happening. Something now with it, I don't want to keep looking. Yeah, got something. That's a Zander. Brilliant. Fantastic. Well guys, looks like my instincts were right about this place. Should have perhaps stayed here, but you know, you don't know, do you? You have to move about, trying different spots when you're on the new water. But this little fella couldn't resist my smelt. So once again, I've got to thank Mick, not for the location this time, but for the bait. He put me onto smelt. He said he'd been trying it and it'd been really good. And there we go. Oh, if I can hold him. There we go. Check the pound, I suppose. Brilliant. That's really brilliant. And he's holding his fins up, look, as well. Not a happy chappy. That's great. And he's so quiet as well here. I can't believe it. We've had one dog walker go past. That's it. No boats. Nothing. But it is very cold. To be honest with you, it's like 6 degrees. Anyway, let's get this fella back in the water. And worth mentioning as well, I'll show you in a sec. I caught that on a popped up piece of smelt. I'll show you what I've done in a second. I've been hair rigging the baits. And all I've done is put a piece of, if you can see there, there's like a piece of red foam on the hair. Red being a great target colour. I've just popped that up and literally popped it straight off the lead, so it's popped up that far, probably a foot. And it was in the middle channel here, which from feeling the lead down seems about 5 foot, I would say. So it's popped up a foot off the bottom. It worked really well. Probably only been in the water 15 minutes, something like that. Well, let's get a new bait on and get it back out. Well guys, I'm going to call it a day at that. It's 9:30 now. Need to get home, stuff to do. We've had a decent session here this morning. Really pleased I decided to make a move and try somewhere different. That's great for a first session on a new stretch that I had no idea about at all. Had that nice hybrid, never caught hybrid before, so I'm really pleased with that, although it was a very bizarre capture really. And I haven't had a single bite off that spot since I moved up here. And moving up here, of course, meant I caught that Zander, which is fantastic on a popped up smelt. Something I've tried in the South Stratford Canal and had no joy with it at all, but worked within 15 minutes here. But no, that's brilliant. I'm really pleased with that. I hope you can hear me all right as well. The wind's picked up, as you can probably see by the chop on the water, and it's drizzling again. So I'm quite glad I'm going home. Actually, it's for the end of April. It's absolutely freezing cold. But as I say, really pleased with that. Now the next time I'm out will be in the week this week with Mick, my Zander friend expert, who's going to show me a few nice spots. We're not sure exactly where we're going, but it'll be one of the canals near Stratford, either South Stratford or on here on the Grand Union. That's most probably Thursday. So until then, thanks very much for watching. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Keep in touch in the comments section down there of what's happening and how you're getting on in this very unseasonal weather. And I will see you again most probably on Thursday and on a canal once again. If you want to be notified when I upload a new video, if you click up there, that will subscribe you to my channel. That means when I do upload a new video, you'll get a notification. If you want to watch the last video, the one where we caught Zander from the South Stratford Canal, if you click that link there, that will take you to that video.